Hi everybody, I'm Clint and I'm going to be showing you how to do your Kabuki makeup. So I'm going to start off with, and this is optional, but especially for the men or people with mustaches, I'm even going to do some of my eyebrows, but just to kind of help it stay down a little bit, but don't feel like you have to do that. So I'm just going to kind of coat my sideburns here with some glue stick, just regular old Elmer's glue stick. Kind of nice coat so that the makeup can stay on top of it. There we go. Nice coat. And then for the eyebrows, again, this is optional. It's just gonna help the makeup stay on top of it a little better. I'm just gonna kind of go backwards against the brow. This is just like a little brush. You can use a mascara spoolie. If you don't have something like that, you could skip the backwards part and then just do a coat with the grain of your eyebrow. So again, backwards. Brush it back the right way. And then I sometimes lick my finger and just kind of push it down. You can kind of wipe away the excess. Push it down. Okay, and just kind of let it dry for a minute. All right. So I'm gonna go around the spots that I just glued down. I'm just gonna use the white clown makeup, our sponge here. Make sure that your skin is nice and clean and moisturized. It just helps the makeup go on a little bit better. Make sure you are clean shaven. Make sure you get a nice good blend on it. Nothing too streaky. And we are actually gonna cover our bottom lip. Now I'm gonna come just kind of right up to the hairline. I don't really wanna mess up my hair today, so I'm not gonna go too far with it. Okay, let's see when my sideburns dry. They're still a little tacky, so I'm gonna wait on those. And so bring the white to the edge of your jaw. And then we're gonna blend it just a little bit past. We don't want to bring it too far down the neck. feel a little bit tacky. Let's see. Now you are still gonna see a little bit of your eyebrow. That's okay, we're not gonna worry about it. And you don't have to get too far down into your eyelid because that's gonna be covered with eyeliner. So just kind of cover your brow bone. Anywhere that it looks a little light, like here, kind of add a little more. Now when you do yours, you're probably gonna wanna get a little bit more up into your hairline, but for demonstration purposes, I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, I think I can probably get it in here now. Just spend a little bit of time getting it nice and blended. If you do like bouncing motions, it kind of blends a little bit better rather than like smearing it, streaking it. Okay. I'd say that's pretty good. If you start getting cracks in your forehead, try not to like move your eyebrows up and down because you will get like cracks when you're in the process of doing your makeup. But if you do get cracks, just pat them out. Okay. Once we set it with powder, it'll help prevent that cracking. All right. So the next step, let me get that a little better. Okay, maybe here too. All right. Now the next step is what drag queens refer to as beating your face. And you will see why. I'm gonna set my face with powder. So we're just gonna take our poof here and get some powder on it, and you're literally gonna beat it into your face. The idea is to push the powder into the cream makeup. Don't forget your chin. Just get it all over. Under your nose. It kind of helps blend it out too. Blend the makeup out. I'd say it's probably pretty good. Under your eyes there. See, I could have blended a little better here, but oh well, it is what it is. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so the next step, now this is probably gonna be kind of the harder parts for some of you who've never done makeup before. We're gonna be using these cream colors here for the black, at least. We'll be using water-based colors for the red and the blue, but we'll get to that in a second. But for now, and I'm gonna take an actual brush but we've provided you with Q-tips, but if you have any brushes like that, then feel free to use them. We also have some in the costume shop. Now, so for the eyebrows, I like to kind of start by where our natural brow is at and kind of do a little dot right at the corner, and then try and get it symmetrical on the other side. It's pretty good. And then we're gonna follow the line of our eyebrow and we're gonna bring it up past, and we're gonna bring it up about, let me look at the reference picture, about here. So see how there's like this line here? Yep, we're just gonna do it on the other side. So follow the line, try and get it symmetrical with the other side. Not bad. Anyway, that's just kind of like our guide point, so we know where we're wanting to bring our brush. So now let's join those dots. Nice straight line. Let's do the other side. Sometimes it's helpful to kind of hold your hand or rest your elbow on the table so you're not shaky. That one feels a little longer than the other one. I might bring this one out just a little more. Okay. Next, let's do another dot just a little bit in, maybe about here. Also, let's do another dot down at the bottom of our eyebrow. Yeah. Okay, let's connect these dots. Connect these dots. Connect these dots. Let's do the other side. Dot. Dot. Now we're just gonna fill them in. Not bad. Eyebrows are very hard to get symmetrical, so don't be too stressed out if they look a little different from each other. All right, next we are going to outline the red part. Now I don't want to fill it in totally yet. I'm just gonna kind of, well, outline it. So this is where we use the aqua color. And I'll do a close-up of this process in a little later. But, okay. So, let's see. We are gonna wanna start, and I actually am probably gonna have to end up bringing my eyebrows in a little bit closer. But for now, see this little, you know how on our noses we have this little moon shape here? Let's go a little bit above the moon shape. Let's do a dot. Let's do it on the other side. Okay, and then we're gonna connect it with our eyebrow. And again, this is where I think I might wanna bring my eyebrow in a little bit closer. Let's actually fix that. Because I want a nice straight line from the eyebrow. Well, actually, I guess that's not bad. Let's just leave it. I want a nice straight line from the eyebrow down to the tip of your nose. So let's go here. See that? Do the same on the other side. There we go. And let's do another dot to kind of know where we're gonna end. It's gonna be about just to the right or left of your eyebrow point there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's do the same on the other side. There we go. Okay. Now, this next part might be a little tricky because we don't exactly have a great guideline, but if you notice where the hollow of your eye is, we're gonna try and mimic that shape. So we're gonna go up to meet the hollow and then swoop it over and then up to our dot over here. So we're gonna meet this point to about here. You can do a little dot if it helps you. Do a dot on this side. Okay, so kind of round it out. There we go. Let's do the same on this side. Meet point to point. Swoop it over and up. Okay, good. yeah, so we just wanted a little outline. So now we're gonna go back to the black and we're gonna do our eyeliner. Now I have really kind of deep set eyes, so when I just do a little bit of eyeliner, it always transfers to my upper lid. So when I do eyeliner, I like to cover my like entire lid to prevent that. So we're gonna start about, follow kind of like the line of your eye. Maybe do a little dot here. See where I kind of did it? And then I'm gonna go across like this. Try not to meet your eyebrow, but you know, try and leave at least a little bit of space. And then, oh, we're gonna go probably, let's see, where should we bring it? Maybe to about here. So I'm gonna go like this. Follow the line of my eye and then swoop it up. Pretty good. Might kind of straighten this out a little bit. There we go. Let's do the same on the other side. Sometimes it's, again, helpful to do your little dots. Let's do it about here. There we go. It's looking pretty symmetrical. And this line here should kind of follow this red line. See how it's like the same angle? And then you just follow the natural curve of your lid and then swoop it up at the end. Now we're gonna do the bottom, and it's the same kind of principle. We're gonna follow the shape of our eye and bring it up to this point. So like this. Sometimes I like to come up here and meet in the middle. Like that. Pretty good. Now we're gonna fill it in. Now, people who've never worn eyeliner before, you're probably gonna get a little bit of irritated around like your eyelid. If you've never worn it before, maybe don't come so far in. Just kind of go along your lash line. Okay. Looking pretty good so far. So let's go back in with our red and kind of finish that up. So activate our watercolor here. Okay. Now we're gonna kind of follow our eyeliner line and meet back up here. So let's kind of go. There we go. And then this whole underside will be filled in, and we're gonna kind of do about that far in with the red, and then everything else is gonna be filled in. And try not to get your red brush into the black area. Kind of went a little outside the lines there, that's okay. All right. So I'd say the red is done. Cool. So, let's see. Now we're gonna do the blue. All right, so remember how I talked about this little moon shape that we have on our nose, like nostril? We're gonna outline that. So try and kind of, you know, this line we created, try and meet where that line would be. Do a little dot. Yeah. And then again, we're just gonna outline our nostril. So about right underneath your nose hole. Like that. Okay. Now again, this next part might be a little bit hard, but if you think about your cheekbone as like a ball, we're gonna go underneath the ball and back up. And we're gonna bring it to, I guess maybe the end of your makeup. So it's gonna go follow the moon till you get to the ball, go underneath the ball, and then up to like where your hairline is. Easier said than done, but let's see how it turns out. Not bad. See how it comes from the moon, meets the ball, goes under the ball, and goes up into your hairline. And it does kind of follow the same general shape as your red eyeliner too. Pretty good. Now we're just gonna kind of bring a little bit more color down from that line. Watercolors aren't, aqua colors aren't great for blending, but you can kind of blend a little bit. Okay, and then the last thing are our lips. And we're only gonna be doing the top lip, so I'm a little unsure how this is gonna turn out, but we're gonna find out. I kinda wanna go back in with a little more white on my lip because I kinda cleaned some of it off. I add a little more white there. Might even powder it a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna start off on the edges with, maybe I should start with the red. Let's start with the red. Okay, so get our watercolors again. Okay. Now I'll just do a little bit like this. Try not to get any onto your bottom lip. So we got like a little bit of a heart shape. Then I'm gonna go in with my black. Like the corner of my lip. And then a little bit down. Like that. All right. I think that's about it. What do we think? Looks pretty cool. All right, thanks for following along. I hope you can duplicate this.